It's that time again today. Jason Bradshaw and I joining you to connect about how you stand out and earn more. And Jason, it's great to see you. I've got to ask. It's winter here in the States. How's the weather as you're in summer in Australia?
Yes, so Saturday here in Australia, and right now, it's a bit chilly right now. It's only about 73 out at the moment, but yeah, we hit 100 in some parts of this week. So
Oh my gosh.
the chill factor is gone.
Yes, absolutely. I just got an alert about all the winter weather that's going to be hitting much of the States this weekend. So you've got a lot of folks, I'm sure, that would love it if our upcoming conference was based in the Gold Coast, so they could enjoy some of that great weather.
Well, hey, I'm happy to host the event here. It might just be a little bit harder for everyone to get to, but happy to help.
Hey, and we have started every one of these sessions talking about our topic of the day, and today, in all candor, as it's posted, today's kind of a catch-all day to go back over some of the things that we've talked about before, some of the questions that our viewers have asked. And by the way, as you're watching right now, if there's a question you'd like for Jason and I to address today, please post it right away, and we will get it, do our best to answer your questions as we proceed. But I want to talk about our upcoming program. It's called Stand Out, Earn More. It is a virtual program and is absolutely free for you to attend. Jason, tell us more, if you would, please.
So there's three core pillars to the Stand Out, Earn More live workshop. The first pillar is how to generate repeat and referral business without discounting. And earlier in the week, Scott shared some insights around how much extra you have to sell when you're discounting just to break even. So we don't want to get you on the hamster wheel. We want to get you off it so that you can get more repeat and referral business. We're going to talk to you about how to attract and retain great employees. And I know many solopreneurs and small business owners use contractors and freelancers. So as part of that core pillar, we also talk about how to make sure that your contractors, your freelancers are all aligned so that you've got a great experience for customers, but also that you continue to attract great people to work in your business, regardless of their employment type, shall we say. And then the third pillar, which really is about putting a bow around the whole event and helping you create a distinctive business, helping you stand out from the competition in a way that doesn't require gimmicks, in a way that fosters loyalty for your business. And all of this is designed so that in 30 days or less, you can achieve results, improvements in your business to help you move forward. Now, as Scott said, it is absolutely free for a general admission ticket. You just go to standoutearnmore.live, sign up for your free general admission ticket. Now, there is an option to upgrade to the VIP program. The VIP program gives you an extra hour each day in the program where it's just your fellow VIPs, Scott and myself, where you get to ask questions and answers and get answers from us immediately after the program ends each day so that you can move even faster, so that you can start improving, start standing out more in your community straight away. And that upgrade is just $87. Now, Scott, you and I both invest hundreds of thousands of dollars in our professional development. Despite our careers, we still double down on professional development each year. I haven't seen a program that offers this amount of value in a long time. Not to mention that we're not even asking people to be out for the entire day. It's 3 hours each day, or a fourth hour if you upgrade to VIP, and really designed to be laser focused on the topics that matter during the current economic situation that we're in.
Yeah, it's funny, Jason. Just this morning, I was listening to an audiobook, and one of the things that was pointed out in the audiobook is your level of professional achievement will never outpace your personal development. And I just thought, wow, that's really what we're talking about here, is how to make certain that Dwayne, great to see you. Thank you for happy Friday. I put this up because I want you to see Jason. He means Friday or Saturday, wherever you happen to be in the world at this particular time.
Thanks, Dwayne.
It's I think that's something that's often overlooked, is that we have to grow personally to be able to expand professionally. And the topics that we're talking about that you so eloquently outlined there for us, Jason, developing repeat and referral business without discounting your price, attracting the best team that you can, aligning them for the benefit of your customers, so you're delivering a customer experience that makes you distinctive in the marketplace. And third, what does it take to create a distinctive business so that you stand out from the competition, you earn more, and you do it without a large investment of time, money, resources, and without gimmicks? And I loved it that you said that. That's why I picked up on that in the post, because I think many times people think that standing out is, doing something frivolous or doing something gimmicky to get attention. And there's an interesting book out called The Attention Economy. That one of the most important things that we can gain in any business, regardless of size, is the attention of our customers, prospects, and employees. But too often, I think the way that we think that we gain that attention is doing something frivolous, gimmicky, and that's something that people will not remember. I was reading recently an interesting article in Harvard Business Review that talked about these gimmicky Super Bowl ads here in the States, and that many of the ones that the audience remembers the commercial, they do not remember who sponsored it. Mm-hmm. That these companies will invest literally millions of dollars to run the ad, to get some celebrity to endorse it or to play a role in the commercial. And people go, yeah, I remember the commercial where, Larry David or Bruce Willis or whomever did this, and they have no idea who the commercial was for. That's not a way to stand out. The only way that you stand out is when customers and prospects and prospective employees and current employees connect with you and feel engaged with you. And so it's absolutely critical that we learn these techniques. But as you and I have said before, Jason, they're not taught very many places. And the research hasn't been shared. It might be internally at a large corporation, but for entrepreneurs, small business owners, they just really haven't had much of an opportunity to access the type of information that can really, really expand their business.
Mm. Well, the really crazy thing is that Super Bowl ad, and there's many, many examples of Super Bowl ads that, as you described, the crazy thing in my world is that internally at that business that spent the millions, the tens of millions of dollars to make that ad happen, would all be high-fiving themselves because they would be measuring the wrong thing. They'd be measuring, how many people saw the ad. Well, I can have a whole lot of people see something, but it doesn't mean it's going to make my business better. It doesn't mean that I'm going to earn more money. In fact, it could have the opposite effect, right? Yeah. So, I see it time and time again. Business owners of all shapes and sizes go, I wish I could do what the big guy or girl in town does. What does that big business do? I wish I could do that. If only I could do a Super Bowl ad, or if, my local version of the Super Bowl ad, then I will be successful. I will hit that next revenue goal. You won't. The simple thing is you won't. You won't, because you have to do a lot of work to get the cash, the free cash, to be able to afford to do that in the first place. And a splashy ad on a Super Bowl type event rarely drives real revenue growth. It grows momentary interest. You might even get a few extra hits to your website, but I would doubt that it drives anything meaningful in terms of long-term revenue growth. And that's speaking from experience. I took over a marketing role, and before I even started in the role, I said the first thing that we'll be doing is cancelling the sponsorship of a TV show, and everyone was against it. Like, literally, I was told you will not be doing that. and it was my boss telling me, right? So there gets to a point where the conversation goes from this is dialogue to you are not doing something, conversation over. And so for that first year, we continued to sponsor the TV show. Now, interestingly enough, about 3 weeks into the sponsorship, my boss turned around and said to me, "I don't know how you knew it, but we should not be doing this." And so we had contractual obligations, but we didn't renew for any further years. And the simple reason was that people get bored of this stuff. That, when you see a company's logo every 15 seconds in a TV show, yes, on some level it's helping with brand recognition. But at the same time, you're going, oh, well, they're clearly paying for that placement. It's not driving action. And from a marketing point of view, which every ad is, for the most part, especially if it's on Super Bowl scale, should be to drive action. If you're spending money to talk to prospects and it's not designed to get them to engage with you, to create a relationship with you, then spend your money elsewhere. So leave it in the bank. Even 0.01% interest is better than nothing.
It's funny. There is a speaker that was a friend of mine. He passed away here not too long ago, named Roger Dawson, and Roger was one of the true experts on negotiation. Did many successful programs on negotiation. And I bring him up for this reason. I always enjoyed at our National Speakers Association meetings talking with Roger's wife, Giselle, because Giselle was the pioneer of the industry of product placement in Hollywood. So in other words, the Tim Allen on the TV show Home Improvement reaches in the refrigerator and pulls out a quart of milk. And it used to be, in Hollywood, it would be a generic form of milk because you couldn't use a logo without permission. And Giselle basically was one of the folks who had the initial idea of, what if companies paid to have their milk be the one that he pulls out, and you see the logo, and it's always funny how you see, if somebody, holds up a cup, they're always holding it with the logo facing out simply because the sponsor has paid for that. And there you go. Yeah, absolutely. And so I asked Giselle one time, I said, so how many more gallons of milk do they sell because that particular character in that particular successful show drinks that kind of milk? And her answer just off the cuff was, hell if I know. And I thought, what a crazy way to market when the response is, I don't know. It's just valuable to be there. Dwayne's got a comment here. A real challenge is if you sell, for example, a bottle of Coca-Cola, you need to stand out not against Pepsi, but others selling Coke too, or VW dealerships versus VW dealerships. And that's something we're going to cover, and you're an expert on that, Jason.
Yeah, absolutely. A dentist needs to stand out from other dentists, right? And the reality of the situation, though, is that there are so many customers, there are so many people out there that are looking to do business with businesses just like you. They're looking to buy what you sell, whether you're the only one in the market or whether you're one of 100. Every time a new doctor comes to town, the other doctors aren't thinking, oh no, I'm going to have empty spots on my calendar. They always fill up because there is demand there. Our job as business owners is finding our tribe of customers that want to do business with us. We've been a little bit critical of product placement and some of the big brand activity that companies like Pepsi and Coke and Volkswagen and
Sure.
Target and others can do. I want to be really clear. We're not saying building brand awareness is a bad thing. It's critical.
Yeah.
But what we are saying is that there's a better way to do it than spend millions of dollars on an ad campaign. And some people listening today may be thinking, millions? I spend 10 grand a year on ads. Right. It doesn't matter whether you're spending $1 or millions of dollars. It's how you spend that money that matters. And you can get brand awareness without TV ads. You can get brand awareness without big splashy gimmicky activities. And that's our point, right, Scott? It's Brand awareness is great. Every business should be striving to have great brand awareness, but you can generate it through the way that you operate your business as opposed to what cash can buy.
Some folks are watching here on LinkedIn today through that connection, and I did a blog post posted last evening on LinkedIn about word of mouth and word of mouth marketing and why that is so absolutely critical. Because part of what we're finding, and this is not going to come as a shock to anybody, but word of mouth marketing is considered the most credible, best marketing that you can get, right? Because people tend to believe somebody that doesn't have skin in the game. In other words, if I'm telling you how great this program is going to be next week, even though I hope people would trust and believe that I'm being open and honest and accurate about that, the fact of the matter is it's the program that Jason and I are doing. Naturally, I want you to be there, right? So, but if someone else says, hey, I've attended some of their programs or I know them or whatever that we've seen from some of the folks that posted, then that recommendation has much more value. So the point I'm trying to make is that in today's world, a Yelp review, a Google review, something online has the same value as word of mouth. In other words, we used to think that word of mouth marketing, that customers would tell, a few friends. Now we can broadcast it to hundreds, literally thousands of people instantly, which means the experience that we're creating has never been more important. The need for us to stand out so that people do review us and recommend us in a positive way has never been more important, because that's the kind of marketing that you can generate that not only has higher value, but also costs you practically nothing in terms. I mean, what does it cost me to get a bunch of great Yelp reviews? It costs me the effort to deliver uniquely to the customers that I seek to serve. And Dwayne, as you mentioned, Dwayne's involved in marketing and he's focused on that and rightly so, finding ways to help your customers enhance their the value they get from word of mouth. So that's one of the very important topics that we're going to be covering in our programs coming up next week.
Well, I was thinking of, while you were talking there, I was thinking of some research that I was part of last year. 30% of customers. It's a universal stat. The research comes out between 28 and 33% in every major market, whether it's the US, the UK, Australia, Asia. It's always around that amount. 30% of customers will leave a business, stop doing business with you because of one bad experience. Talk about how to invest your time and money. You spend a lot of time and money to get that customer, and then you deliver an experience that makes them leave. 30% will leave after a bad experience. And when you dig into that data, it's because they don't trust that the company cares enough to make it right. I'm not saying here that you've got to be perfect, but your customers should trust that if you get it wrong, you're going to make it right. Now, Scott, I was thinking we should just go a little bit deeper into what we're going to cover off in the 3 days of the Standout Earn More event. US Pacific time, December 15, 16, and 17 from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. That bonus hour if you upgrade to the VIP program, which also gives you 90 days access to the recordings. But during the event, you're going to learn how to get endorsements and referrals from customers, exactly what we've just been talking about. Those LinkedIn reviews, those Yelp reviews, those Facebook recommendations, the Google recommendations. So how to get endorsements and referrals from your customers, not once, not twice, but consistently throughout your relationship with them. How to get endorsements and referrals from your employees. It says a lot about an organization if the employee isn't prepared to recommend the product, the business, to their friends and families. You'll learn 5 ways that smart business owners are using technology to do more than ever before, to do more of the selling, to deal with some of the mundane tasks that no one likes but has to get done so that you can focus on the business, not on the activity. You'll learn the 3 levels of distinction and how to start becoming distinctive to attract more customers. You'll learn the 3 key ways to improving the experience for your customers and employees that are cost-free to implement straight away. And that's a key. A lot of the stuff that we're going to be covering during the Stand Out, Earn More workshop will cost you next to nothing or nothing, and you'll have the ability to implement them straight away. We're not asking you, nowhere in the program are we going to be asking you to buy our software to solve your problem. We will be sharing with you real practical advice based on decades of experience doing the work and working with some of the world's biggest companies that can move you forward. Whether you're a solopreneur, a small business, medium business, or if you're the CEO of a Fortune 500, you're all welcome to come along and learn. We're also going to talk about how to create an effective 12-month business plan and so much more. During the event, we'll be providing you with resources to help you move forward. The question I've seen this week, Scott, from a number of people online in my communities and offline is, but the events in December, like December 16, like really pushing up against the holidays, and I'll do this event, I'll get and then I'm going to go on vacation. What's the point? I'll just do something in January. Well, when's the best time to plant a tree to give you shade? 20 years ago, and the next best time is today. I don't know a business owner that over the holiday season isn't going to be thinking about his or her business, no matter what size it is. Why give yourself that stress? Start by setting up for 2023 now. And that's what we'll do at the Stand Out, Earn More event. We'll help you get ready for your best 2023. And I don't say that lightly. I'm a firm believer that every year needs to be bigger and better than the one prior to that. It's called growth. We all want it in business, and that's what we hope to help you achieve at the event. And I just love as many people as possible to come along to help them move forward. Small business owners are the biggest employers in the world.
In the world, yeah.
The world. And yet they're so underserved. And so hopefully this program, I know that this program will help those that attend move forward.
I've said it before, but I would like to repeat it, is that having grown up in a small family business, understanding that one of the challenges in the small family business is if it doesn't work, then nothing works in your personal life, not only in your professional life. If I have a bad experience working for a major corporation, hopefully I can, pack my briefcase up and go to the next job. But if I have a bad experience and don't run my small business properly, I'm really at a loss both personally and professionally. That's what we want to help resolve. When my mom and dad ran the little grocery store in Crothersville, Indiana, they didn't have the resource back then of being able to attend an online program. There weren't associations that they belonged to that would help them share with other business owners in other communities what they could do to beat the local competition. That's changed because of this. And we're, our commitment and our goal is to help small business owners, entrepreneurs, but really anybody in any profession. I mean, I think this will have so much value and so much impact for those who are in professional practices as dentists, doctors, accountants, financial advisors. The principles that we're going to be talking about here work regardless of the industry. And that's why it's so critical that I think that folks do this. And to your point, Jason, about timing, one of the things that strikes me is I typically use a few of those days between Christmas and New Year as the planning days for the coming year. I try to do some of it already, but it's kind of where I put the ribbon around the package so that when the new year hits, I'm ready to go, batteries charged, spirits lifted. Here we go. This is our plan. And I have a prejudice, obviously, but I think that's part of why the timing of this is perfect, because it sets the table for those of us who do a lot of, thinking and planning and use this time that's maybe not as busy immediately after the Christmas holiday to get ourselves ready for the new year, this will give you the outline, the format, the table that you need to use to do that. For those that choose to sign up for the VIP membership, it also gets you the recordings of all the sessions. So you can spend a little bit of time every day reviewing this information again, fast forwarding to the specific points that you really need to accomplish for your business. And you can create your own custom curriculum using our material and our insights that we share with you at this program to make certain that 2023 is going to be your best year yet. You know, globally, we talk about a downturn, right? The economic, whether it's inflation or the price of fuel, whatever it might be, we talk about a downturn. What we're really doing here is teaching you how to move up when things turn down. What does it take to move up even during a challenging economic situation? I'm not talking about something as trite or trivial as we typically hear from speakers and authors that say, oh, some of the world's greatest fortunes, were founded during a downturn. Well, yes, I don't disagree with that, but I've also been in a small business that when it turns down, you're not looking to establish one of the world's great fortunes. You're looking to keep your head above water and find a way to make your business better. That's what we're going to be focusing on. That's what we're going to be talking about. And you can make that happen during a challenging economic situation that really plants the seeds that it will take to really harvest a great crop when things turn up. So we're going to teach, what does it take to move up when things turn down? What does it take to stand out and earn more? All of that and very specific things. And Jason, I love that you said these are all actionable and all that you can implement and reap rewards from in the next 30 days.
Oh, Scott, I was thinking back to some of my early business days where, like some of the people watching today, up at midnight still packing the boxes to make sure the deliveries went out. At a carpet cleaning and pest control business at one point. You might not, if you know me today, you probably would not be thinking that there was a time in my life where I was hoovering the carpets and steam cleaning them and lifting furniture. I mentioned this because both Scott and I have done the work at every level of business. And so you're not coming to a session that the latest great selling author has done. Okay, Scott's got lots of bestsellers, but his credentials are that he's done the work and he's worked with some phenomenal brands, as have I. And for me, that's what really makes the session exciting. I know what it takes to, when you wake up and someone's let you down and all of a sudden you're finding yourself, jumping in a van and going and cleaning a loo, a toilet, a restroom, whichever word you use wherever you live, right?
I'm throwing groceries in the van and driving through the country to deliver them. Well, the snow's coming down. Yeah, I get it. I mean, when you're an entrepreneur, you do whatever it takes to get the job done.
And we really, really want to take all of those learnings and help individuals, really grow their business to build the, it sounds cliche-ish, but to build the business and the life that you want. Now, I got the cleaning business to a phase where if someone didn't show up, there was someone else on the team that would go and do it. It didn't have to be me. Now, there were times when I still chose to do it because that was part of my DNA, but having that choice is the real winning formula, right? And at standoutearnmore.live, we talk about what some of our clients have achieved: 300% lead growth, double the profit, 70% reduction in staff turnover. Now, I'm legally required to say that results will vary based on what you actually do, but those results that I just mentioned are real, still being lived results today. And the interesting thing with each of those examples there, and we'll unpack the formulas that achieved these results in the background. Take the 300% lead growth. If you're speaking to 300% more prospects, every week, every day, every month, your business is going to move.
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
even if your closing rate doesn't improve, you've automatically got more customers. Now, the strategy that led to that, which we teach in the session, cost $0 in advertising. Now, it sounds too good to be true. I remember when I first heard that stat, and I'm like, no, someone's calculated it wrong. But it really is possible. And we're going to lift the curtains and go behind the scenes on how organizations achieve results like that, and that you in your business, no matter the size, can achieve similar results based on what you actually do and how you show up every single day.
Love it. I don't know why someone in business wouldn't sign up for this. It's, first of all, there's no risk. It's free to sign up. Secondly, if you decide to elevate to the VIP level, which is very, very cost effective, you can download the video of it and review it at any time in the future that you desire. Third is, you're not getting just one viewpoint. Jason and I, while we both have a great depth of experience, they're in very different formats. And so you're going to get a lot of different ideas. Hey, we may not even agree about something, but through that discourse that we have, it will illuminate for you the way that you'd like to proceed based upon what your business and what your goals are for your own enterprise. So there's really no reason not to at least give it a try. It's free. It's online, so there's no expense for you to attend. You'll have the opportunity, if you choose to upgrade to VIP, to download all of the video to review it at your time pleasure. And fourth, it's proven that the concepts and the strategies and the tactics that we're going to be revealing have worked for other organizations. Now, as Jason said, your mileage may vary, your return may vary based upon how you approach and execute. But nonetheless, if it's worked for them, you can assume that there are some ideas that are going to work for you. What would one valuable idea do for your business in 2023? How much more money could you put in your pocket? And if things are turning down from an economic perspective, how prepared are you to stand out and move on and make things happen in a way that expands your profitability and expands what you earn in terms of freedom, in terms of respect, in terms of attraction of new customers and great employees? All of that expands when you stand out, because you will earn more. So Jason, any last comment before we sign off for today?
I'll say it again. I said it earlier today. There is no better time than right now to start working on your business. Saying that you're going to do it tomorrow, do it next week, in January, it's like the diet. It will never happen.
Yeah.
Take small steps every single day to improve your business, and you will build the life and the business that you desire and that you deserve. I can't wait to see you at Stand Out, Earn More, a workshop. And Scott, I can't think of any better way to spend 3 days than for us to hang out with really committed entrepreneurs that are wanting to build the 2023 in a big way, bigger than their 2022, and hopefully we can be part of that.
You're just a couple clicks away. Just go to standoutearnmore.live and take a look. And as we said, it's absolutely free to register. We look forward to seeing you next week. And by the way, I'll be posting here if Jason and I are going to get together and do this anytime during the days leading up to our program that kicks off next week. We look forward to seeing you. By the way, once again, it's December 15th through 17th here in the States, 16th through 18th in Australia, 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific each day. And we look forward to seeing you and helping you stand out and earn more. Have a great weekend, Jason. I look forward to talking again soon.
Thanks, you too.
All right. Thanks, everybody, for watching. See you soon.